How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today's the third and final time using this Porygon-Z team, so hopefully it goes well. If you want to battle me, join the Discord server in the description, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's find ourselves a game. Okay, we found our opponent Dan. They've got a pretty cool looking team. They've got a Gyarados, a Nidoking, Armeldo, Dusknoir, Flygon, and a Azelf. So I think it's pretty obvious that the Azelf's going to be the lead, so I might just lead with Porygon to get a Choice Specs Tri-Attack off straight away. I think that's probably the best course of action to go by, to be honest with you. Definitely going to be an Azelf lead. Definitely going to be an Azelf lead. And the battle begins. So I found my opponent on the room 2022-2021, which is the global room for Pokemon battles and stuff like that. So definitely go there if you want battles, pretty much. That's all I can say to that. So they led up with Dusknoir, which actually works out pretty well for them. Because obviously I can't spam Tri-Attack. I might go for an Ice Beam just to see what kind of damage we're talking about here, because I'm pretty sure Dusknoir can't really touch us. It can burn us, and that's about it. So let's go for the Ice Beam and see what kind of damage we're dealing with. There we go, go for the Ice Beam. Let's see what damage we've got. Okay. So not the best damage in the world. They get a Will-O-Wisp off, which is fine. I'm going to guess that they are some sort of special defensive variant, because that damage didn't even do half. That's crazy. Unless Dusknoir's just naturally that bulky. I mean, I know it's got really high defenses, but I didn't think it'd be that bulky. Let's go Big Mama. We'll go Big Mama, because Big Mama doesn't care if it gets burned. Porygon-Z doesn't care about being burned, to be fair. There we go. We're going to withdraw our Porygon-Z, because there is no point staying in and attacking. And we're going to go into Big Mama over here, because she doesn't care about being burned, to be honest with you. So they go for a Thunder Punch, which would have done a decent little chunk of damage to us. We get the burn from the Flame Orb, and now we can just go for a Knockoff. Knockoff should definitely do a lot of damage. It might even KO from here, to be fair. So they're probably going to switch out. They're actually going to go for a Shadow Sneak to try and get some damage off on us before we attack them, which makes sense, as this Knockoff is going to cleanly just KO the Dusknoir. So Hariyama coming through for us right there. What a powerhouse Hariyama is. That's an unstabbed Knockoff, and it took out the Dusknoir. Dusknoirs are very physically and defensive, especially defensively bulky, to be honest with you. There's Mr. Shine, whoever that is. That's the Azelf. So that is not something that I want to face off against, really. They're probably going to sell the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go into Admiral real quick, because Admiral can pretty much wall his elf with anything he wants to do. There we go, going to switch out. They probably went for his Stealth Rocks expecting us to switch out into Empoleon or something. It seems like the most logical play for them to make. So let's see what they actually did. They went for a U-turn. Okay, so they were expecting the switch, went for a U-turn. That's fair enough. Could have stayed in and gone for a knockoff, but you know, you don't want to mess around. Like, Azelf could have easily taken us out of a Psychic there. In comes Gyarados. Now, Gyarados is a very dangerous one here, because obviously the Intimidate comes through. And what's going to happen here is it's going to set up a Dragon Dance all over our face. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that, because what we're going to do is we're going to let it do it. We're going to go for an Ice Beam to get some damage off. They go for a Dragon Dance. There we go. See, Dragon Dance comes through. And then they're going to follow up with an Earthquake. But what they didn't know is I'm going to throw Ditto in there, copy the Dragon Dance, and start going from there. So we'll go for an Ice Beam. Doesn't do too much damage to it, of course. We'll get to see whether it's got leftovers as well, which I don't think it will have. No, it's either got Life Orb or Lumberry, or a berry that heals health. One of the two. Let's go into Flubber real quick. Flubber is our best bet right now. We can switch straight into it. We'll copy the Dragon Dance from the Gyarados. And from there, we can actually probably sweep. If we can get rid of the Gyarados, we can probably sweep. I mean, no, it's not likely, because we're going to be locked into one move, so I doubt that will sweep. I really doubt we'll sleep. So we get the Intimidate off, which is great. Really going to help out in this 1v1 situation. Earthquake doesn't affect us, of course. And we can see what moves they've got. They've got Ice Fang, which is great. So we've only got 5 PP on Ice Fang, though, so we've got to be careful. Let's go for the Ice Fang anyway. There we go. It comes through. Decent damage. And we got the flinch, which is perfect. Let's go for another Ice Fang. Let's go for another Ice Fang here. There we go. Go for another Ice Fang. That's going to take out the Gyarados. Bye-bye, Gyarados. It was nice knowing you. Nice knowing you. Now we're locked into Ice Fang, though, and they probably know that. So they are more than likely going to switch into something like Armeldo or Nidoking. I don't want Ditto to die just here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to expect them to go for a Thunderbolt or something, and I'm going to go into my own Nidoking. And it seems like the best option, to be honest with you, so we'll do that real quick. There we go, King Navanah, the Nidoking. The beast that is the Nidoking, let's go. Let's go. They go for the Thunderbolt as expected, and that's not very effective against us. Now, as much as I want to stay in, they're either going to expect an Earth Power and go into Flygon. But then again, we could go for Ice Beam. They might go into Armeldo. They might go into a Zelf. A Zelf's a good one. So, they also might stay in and go for an Earth Power. But they don't know if we're choiced or not, so I think we're probably safe going for an Ice Beam. They are going to withdraw, of course they are. Yep, that was definitely the best play they could have made there, going for that. And they're going to go into Mr. Shine. The Azelf, just as predicted. We go for the Ice Beam, expecting the Azelf. 2-hit KOs the Azelf, which is perfect. And now we just have to go back into Empoleon and block this thing completely. It can go for a U-turn all it wants, but we're fine. There we go, going to withdraw real quick. We'll go into our Empoleon. They more than likely went for a U-turn here, knowing we had to switch, but, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever floats the boat. They might have just gone straight for a Psychic. They go for a Thunderbolt, expecting the Empoleon. That's going to do a ton of damage to us. Oh my lord. Well played on my opponent's behalf there. Really well played. They fully read that, because that could have gone really wrong for them. If I'd have stayed in, that would have gone really wrong. Scold is a great move to use here because it affects everything on their team that they've got remaining. They're going to withdraw Mr. Shine. What do they go into here? Grounded? See, I don't think Nidoking's the play there. Like, Nidoking's such a big threat to my team. And now it's nearly dead. We didn't get the burn, though, which is... Oh, we did get the burn! I forgot it appears afterwards. Yes, we got the burn. We got the burn, bro. We got the burn. That's amazing. I love that. So Nidoking goes down. To be fair, Nidoking was borderline going to die from that anyway. I think my opponent probably sent Nidoking in to die there. They're more than likely going to go Armeldo now, because Armeldo can take a thing. It goes into Small Wings. Oh, no. This makes more sense because it's outspeeds us and goes for an Earthquake here. They wouldn't go for a Dragon move, would they? Look at me, I'm trying to get a 6-0. They wouldn't go for a Dragon move. I think we go Flubber here. Let's go into Ditto. Ditto works really well in a lot of situations, to be honest with you. I'm surprised it's not used more. It really helped, because like with the amount of Dragon Dancers in the OU metagame at the moment, you got Crawdaunt, Flygon, not Flygons, Crawdaunt, Salamence, Dragonite, Feraligatr, the lot like that. They all like to set up Swords Dancers and Dragon Dancers, and Ditto can just take advantage of that. It's great, especially with the Dragons, because they're weak to Dragon. So you can just go into a Dragonite with a Ditto, copy its Dragon Dance, be Choice Scarfed as well, and just take it out of an Outrage, because you'll outspeed. So we outspeed here because we're Choice Scarf. Let's go for a U-turn and get out of there. They actually are Choice Scarf themselves, apparently. Interesting. So we've got a Choice Scarf as Elf. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. So they're going to go into Meldo. Very creative nickname there. We go for the U-turn, obviously. They knew what moves we have, and we don't really have the greatest of moves with this Flygon. I think it was Roost and Devog. Yeah, something like that. So let's go ahead and switch into the beautiful Entei. I think Entei is a great Pokemon to use here. The reason is because Choice Band Sacred Fire is going to do a lot of damage to this thing and potentially burn. Sacred Fire has a pretty high chance of burning, I think. I think it's like a 30% chance. So we'll go for, or we could go for Stone Edge. Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire looks cooler. Let's go for Sacred Fire. Wow, it didn't do barely any damage. Wow, okay. So they go for an Earthquake. That's going to do half damage to us, which is fine. They would have probably been better off going for Stone Edge there, personally, but it's whatever now. It's whatever. It's done and dusted. We would have probably been better off going for a Stone Edge as well. But, here we are, going for another Sacred Fire. They go for a Protect. Interesting, trying to get a bit more leftovers recovery. That makes sense. You want to make sure you can take this next attack. Definitely want to make sure you can take this next attack. So what we're going to do here is, this situation isn't really working out for us. I'm probably going to... Well, there's not really much we can do. Let's go for another Sacred Fire. Entei's job this game is to just weaken this Armeldo. There we go. Look at that damage. They go for a Stealth Rock. Last minute Stealth Rocks. Gotta love it. Last minute Stealth Rocks, eh? So this next turn, there wouldn't be much point in them going for a Protect, but I have a feeling they're going to go for it anyway. There's no point getting a bit more leftovers recovery because Sacred Fire definitely KOs. Yeah, they don't go for it. Good, good. We have a very... what's the word? My opponent has common sense. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So Armeldo goes down. Now we just got to deal with Flygon and the Azelf. So Small Wings comes in. Again, I kind of want to go for Ditto, but at the same time, this Flygon doesn't have a Dragon type move, so it's not like we can do anything to it. Do we let Entei go down here? Let's go for Sacred Fire again. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're at a speed tie, so there was always the chance that we would get the attack off, which is great. They go for an Earthquake. That's going to take us out, of course. I don't really mind that because Entei did its job. It took out the Armeldo and it's done some damage to the Flygon, which is great. Absolutely great. So, with that in mind, what's our next play? We go Porygon? Yeah, Porygon goes in. Porygon's going to come through right now. You just watch. Porygon's going to come through. Porygon's going to come through. Porygon is going to come through for us with the Ice Beam. There we go. Go for the Ice Beam. Come on. Come on. Outspeed the Flygon. I know you won't. I don't think we do outspeed the Flygon, but it'd be cool if we did. We do outspeed the Flygon! Porygon-Z's faster than I thought it was. I'm going to guess that they're an Adamant Flygon then. They must be Adamant or the defensive. One of the two. I mean, their moveset was Earthquake, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So they've got to be like a defensive or a bulkier variant. So with that in mind, let's go for another Ice Beam. We'll finish the game up with Porygon-Z. They go for a Flamethrower. I guess they don't have Psychic. Pretty interesting. Go for the Ice Beam, take out the Azelf, and that is going to be the game. So that was a very fast but also fun game, to be honest with you. Very fast but also fun game. So GG Dan, that was a pretty good match. I appreciate the time that you took to battle me. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.